Good day fellas, I hope you are ready for your extra daily dose of skill. Today we are going to play with three my favorite tier 6 premium tanks. We are going to play one game each and I will explain you why do I love those premium tanks so much and why I prefer those vehicles over others. So without further ado, let's report into the very first game with our first tank. And we are back in the action. So what do we have? I believe not many people saw this one coming. M4 Alpha 1 FL10. For me this vehicle is absolutely amazing. It is tier 6 French medium tank with auto loader. So what do we have speaking about the gun? 135 alpha damage, 148 millimeters of penetration, and shell velocity is relatively okay for a lower tier, and gold ammunition has 135 alpha damage and 186 millimeters of penetration. So pretty much with this gun you can shred majority of your opponents without bigger problems whatsoever. In fact, you have 540 alpha damage potential, so if you are having matchmaking like this, pretty much you are shredding tier 4s like there is no tomorrow. And this is obviously very nice thing. For example, this chap is thinking, ooh, 200 IQ, and now I'm going to flank them. And pay attention how this gentleman is changing his mind. That's one, that's two, that's three. I said that's 3. Okay, that's completely fine. We are chilling and we are enjoying ourselves. Okay, so in the first magazine, even though we did quite meh trades, still obviously Chaff is bleeding so much more than we are bleeding for obvious reasons. And at this point Chaff is kind of down to 2 shotables, so it doesn't really matter what Mr. Chaff is going to do. Mr. Chaff is going to die. There is no other way. Chaff is dead. Good, this is exactly what I want to see. And a couple of shots to the T6 medium. Beautiful. Beautiful, fellas. So once again, this tank is capable of bursting a lot of damage. And this is my favorite part about this tank. Is there better tanks than this in the game? I believe the main fight between the tier 6 auto loaders, I would say, would be this tank has a brother, Swedish tier 6 premium with auto loader, but tier 6 tank, the Swedish premium vehicle, is way more derpy, at least in my humble opinion. It is so much more derpy, and what that basically means, if you cannot fully trust the gun and the reload is so much longer, it's just not as good, okay? Simple as this, it is just simply not as good. Meanwhile, what do we have? We have tier 6 Ruski tank. Ooh, that's a nice vehicle, by the way. Spoilers, spoilers. Come back. Oh, fire. Beautiful, beautiful clip. And once again, I cannot highlight this enough, how good of the gun this vehicle has. Usually tier 6, I mean, let's get real, tier 6 is not the most tier 6 guns are not the most competitive ones. Let's get real. It is not like you are going to hit majority of your shots or something, but with this vehicle you can definitely do so. Although I definitely need to highlight one thing, and that thing is my crew is obviously extremely skilled, so keep this in mind. Since my crew has like, what, 5-6 kills, aka my budget crew, obviously this tank is performing relatively well as well. I don't really mind this guy whatsoever. He is lower tier. I am going to use auto aim, I'm going to ram him, and I will finish him off just like so. Beautiful. Look at this battle, fellas. It was quick 40 minutes. It was quick 4 minutes battle, and we managed to pack 2000 damage while playing relatively aggressively, and I think we highlighted everything. Burst fire, obviously gun accuracy. This tank definitely doesn't have armor, so I believe that's understandable. And yep, That's about it. And mobility wise, this vehicle is not bad anyhow. You know, you can still relocate, and this is very, very good stuff. So 2.1 thousand damage, 200 assisting damage. I am happy with my performance. We are top by experience, we are top by the damage, and we made 52,000 profits, which is absolutely amazing. Moving to round 2, and we are back, fellas, for round number 2. Who could ever expect you are going to see T-34-85M AK, one of the best Tier 6 premium medium tanks? So what this tank has 180 alpha damage with a standard and gold rounds, obviously. It has 144 millimeters of penetration with a standard and 194 millimeters of penetration with a gold rounds. This tank is pretty much perfect all way around that tank. If you are playing tier 6 skirmishes with your clan, probably this is what you are using, or there is a chance you are using this tank to make quite a bit of credits. Speaking about this matchmaking, it is not ideal situation for us, but we are going to try to be a bit sneaky, and hopefully it is going to work just fine for us. So first things first, what do we want to do in this game? We want to take this typical position here, and this position is absolutely amazing. You will see why in a second. Pretty much this position is created to counter the middle. This is why this position is existing in a way. So first of all, I would say we want to beat the living crap out of this tier 8 AMBT, which is brand new tank, which was sold in the auction recently. And oh boys, by the way, how much you paid for AMBT if you bought one? I bought myself for 14,000 gold. Probably I overpaid a bit, but you know, it is completely fine. Okay, so why this position is so good? Because you should be able to outspot everyone who is sitting here, and this is very important thing to say. Whoop, I'm spotted. Let's hope I'm not going to take 400 from Sniper Schnitzel. Oh yes, I did. Shame. Okay, nothing to do, nothing to say. We know exactly where this gentleman is sitting at, and he is sitting in this bush right there. This is very important highlight and extremely important information overall. And now if we are going to do the things properly, we should be able to punish him. I'm going to pre-aim here, and I'm going to go for blind shots. Definitely not a direct hit, but that's completely fine. I want to be cautious here for obvious reasons. It is not so simple, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It is not so simple. Actually, I think I know where he is sitting at. I have a feeling he is sitting right there. Am I correct? By the looks of it, I am not correct. Okay, let's try to find the Sniper Schnitzel. This tank is extremely powerful. I am speaking about the Kampfpanzer, especially in matchmaking when you are a top tier and when you can beat the living crap out of everyone, right? Keep this in mind. We have I think this is a direct hit. Nope, it isn't. Okay, we need to relocate. I don't really think we can get that much use from this position as I initially thought, so that's fine. Let's try to run for our life. Look, this is not the best matchmaking for this vehicle, and I want to be very honest with you, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It is definitely not the best situation for us, but we will try to get as much use as we physically and possibly can. Hopefully we are going to find someone who is trying to do some flanking shenanigans, and if we will, this is going to be lovely. That's what I am looking for. That's what I am looking for. Very hard game. Extremely hard battle. But once again, whenever you are bottom tier, you cannot expect to go full balls in and kill them all, you know? It is way more complicated than that. And there is nothing what you can change about this. Could this Cromwell spot us? Probably he could. In fact, I think I want to go back to the same position where I were before. Skill-wise, so, well, pay attention. We have a nice angle to hit this Cromwell. Ooh, Type 64, how are you doing? high explosive on, and bats. Beautiful. Keep this in mind whenever you are playing with with any tank. Whenever you are meeting a light tank, you are going to be able to penetrate him with high explosives if obviously you are aiming properly. In this situation, this vehicle has 44 millimeters of penetration with high explosives, and it is way more than enough to penetrate tanks like Type 64. And that's very important thing to say. I'm going with a couple of blind shots here. Hopefully we are going to hit this Mr. Cromwell, and I have a feeling we are going to run once again. I know this battle is looking very complicated and it is not straightforward, and you know what? Funny fact, it is. It is very hard game. But there is nothing bad about it, and hopefully games like this are helping everyone to improve. It is helping for me to improve, it is helping for you to improve for obvious reasons, right? I mean, in the game against the tier 4s, there is not many things to learn whenever you are playing the top tier. But in the game against the tanks like tier 8s, oh, now we are talking. It is way harder for me to play, and hopefully it is a bit more educational. Skill, what are you doing? I am up. I'm waiting until enemies will mess up. That's what I am waiting for. Our Scorpion smacked this M6 for 400. That's very, very nice. But what I am thinking I don't have that much opportunities to punish enemies there. And that sucks, fellas. And I really want to punish enemy tanks. Believe me, I do. So far 6 minutes, and in 6 minutes we managed to get 200 damage. Definitely not ideal. Oh, that's good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, this might look quite bad, but reality is a bit different. We are feeling relatively fine. And once again, I need to use our Scorpion as a supporter for ourselves, right? For obvious reasons. This is very, very important thing. Let me hide, let me hide. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Excellent. Very good. Probably I'm going to die for this VK. Luckily he missed. Woo! Not even close. Also, if you are wondering, is it a PP move to hide behind the Scorpion in this kind of situation? I don't think so. I think it is completely understandable whenever you are down to one-shottable, whenever you are, if enemy is going to fart, more likely you are going to die. So I don't really think it is a bad move to try to use your friend hit points, right? Or your teammates hit points. I think it is completely fine. Meanwhile, let's go for some blind shots. I think this could be a blind. Let's go for another one. This could be a blind as well. Can we go for another one? And this is not a blind. So we probably hit a couple of the blinds there to the Skoda, which is completely fine and completely understandable. What we are going to do next, I would say we will try to punish the Dicker Max, who should sit somewhere here, right? So what we are doing, we are building better angle and we are trying to aim somewhere here. Unfortunately, this is not a direct hit, which is completely fine, and we are going for a blind shots left, right, and center at this point. Why so? Because this is only one play which we have left for ourselves, honestly. I don't really think we could do something different and something else. So at this point, this is as much as we are going to get and as much as we are going to do. So, Mr. Dicker Max, how are you doing? I think, fellas, I will try to get a bit involved in this situation. And how involved am I going to get? I am going to get closer to the bunker. Why do I need to do so? I need to dig this Dicker Max out of here. This is very, very important thing. And here we go. That's one, beautiful. That's two, excellent. How about this Panzer? Now the question is, do I want to go through the middle of the field? And I think I do. The thing is, there is nothing else for us left to do just to make hardcore pressure. If we will die, we will be dead, but this is as much as we are going to get. Super hard battle, but honestly, I am happy with my performance. I don't feel like I played like a pile of kaku, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like we played pretty well, and it was just a hard game. And you need to understand this, and everyone needs to understand this. Whenever you are bottom tier, obviously you are not going to have an easy road unless you are meeting relatively new players. Other than that, you will need to work your ass off in order to get some use. You know, this is very important thing to say. Speaking about working ass off, I could shoot the standard ammunition and he is dead. Nice. Okay, look at this. 1.7 thousand damage, 800 assisting damage, plus, well, maybe not plus. I believe we have one blind shot, so we should be approximately on 1.9 thousand damage dealt, if I am correct. I was struggling in this battle just because matchmaking was +2. If we would fight against the tier 6s, we would shred them like hot knife through the butter. And obviously I owe a big fat thanks for that scorpion, which we used as a cover, right? So 1.9 thousand damage, 800 assisting damage. I am happy with this performance. I am truly happy, fellas, with this. We are third by the damage, we are third by experience, and we made 50,000 profits. Beautiful. I am super happy with this. So now let's teleport into the round number 3. And we are back with the round number 3, fellas, and oh boys, matchmaking doesn't love us today. So what do we have? We have Type 64, which is one of the best light tanks in the game, and obviously it is my number 3 pick, or number 1 pick in the light category in the tier 6. But matchmaking doesn't love us today. It is okay, we will try to make it work. So first things first, I would love to spot everyone who is trying to cross like this. What is the chance we are going to do this successfully? What is the chance we are going to do this successfully? This is the question. We need to be super careful here, and we cannot go too ham, if that makes sense, right? Because whenever you are bottom tier light tank in the map like Enska, it is a big fat yikes. And I believe this is completely understandable. No one likes this map as a light tank, but it doesn't change the fact we will try to make it work. We need to be somewhere nearby to our forces, and we simply need to try to support them. That's about it. Speaking about the standard penetration of this tank, it is 128mm with 115 alpha damage, and gold penetration is 177mm, which is looking completely fine. And in fact, I would say it looks excellent for a tier 6 light tank. Because once again, you do not want to see the super heavies in front of you in a way, right? What you want to do, you want to find either side of the tank or overall spot the tank yourself. But speaking about today's session, I am looking into matchmaking, and matchmaking is saying not today, which is completely fine. Once again, no complaints, no regrets, fellas. Okay, we have the IS-3 who is thinking about getting involved, and this is very good thing for us. I could potentially smack this gentleman once or twice, and then I could try to escape. Probably this is exactly what I am going to do. In fact, we are seeing his butt. Although before beating the living crap out of this guy, we can smack this gentleman a couple of times, and maybe now we can deal with IS-3. Unfortunately, it's not the case. Okay, I get it. You want to go in front, buddy. Meanwhile, once again, IS-3 is considering his life choices by flanking our T and H, and that's very, very nice thing for us. He's looking directly at us, and now he isn't. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see, can we penetrate this gentleman just like so? Unfortunately, we cannot. So there is a different option for us. We want to relocate just like so, and we are building just tiny touch better angle, fellas. Ay, 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 such a hard penetration, such a hard angles. You see, once again, you don't really want to mess with the tanks like IS-3 whenever you are playing with a light tank. I believe that's completely understandable, and no one should act surprised about this. Okay, how about Udes? Can we hit Udes? Yep, we can. Beautiful. Can we get killing shot very, very soon? Pretty please, give me that killing shot. Excellent. Very nice. Meanwhile, we have Vaka here in the side. Can we smack Vaka once or twice? Beautiful. Very, very nice. I am happy with how we are playing this battle. But by any means, we are not even close for a victory. There is still a lot of things for us to do. And luckily for us, we have the TNH who knows what he is doing. Or is he? Or is he? Very hard matchmaking. Extremely hard matchmaking for us, fellas. Okay, so how we can approach Vaka and how we can get maximum use of all this. I am kind of afraid to go sideways like this, but I believe there is only one option how we can get some use. So let's aim for Cupola. Beautiful Cupola shot to Vaka. That's very nice. And the enemy turtle is having extremely good position. It doesn't really change too much as wrong as it sounds, because there is a possibility we are going to flank the turtle. And in fact, this is what I am going to go for. I want to see this turtle going through the open field, and hopefully then we can smack him in the face once or twice. Yeah, this turtle is looking at us. Please don't peek. Please don't peek. Please don't peek, fellas. Turtle is going just like so. We are smacking him once in the butt. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. And now we need to figure out how to get involved here. Our TNH is yelling help. And once again, this is understandable. Turtle is dangerous tank in the map like this when you don't need to drive and when you don't need to do absolutely anything in order to get into the action, right? But all in all, Turtle is quite weak tank, at least that's what I think. Okay, so what do we have? What do we have? Turtle is down to 2 shottable. We need to go in. We need to go in now. I must save our Hashem. If I am going to do everything properly, he is going to die. Right? Turtle is using his DPM and Turtle is officially effed. Nice, beautiful. Okay, Lansen is down to 3 shottable. We need to deal with Lansen somehow. And obviously Lansen is not easy target by any means, but we need to do what we need to do. I hope he's not going to smack us for free. Beautiful shot into the Lansen. Another beautiful shot into the Lansen. And no! This could be so damn good. Unfortunately, it's not the case. Okay, everything is fine. Relax, take it easy. There is still a lot of things for us to do. For example, T29. Ay, 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 ay. Luckily, our guy just smacked T29 in the face. This is very, very good. Can we kill him just like so? Давай, 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 давай. Where is E25? This is interesting. This is interesting. Oh, this is interesting. No, he found a good angle to eliminate me from the game. Shame on me. I could play better here in the end, but that was actually quite interesting, fellas. Considering we are having Ensk, we are bottom tier trash in this matchmaking. What we managed to do, this is absolutely phenomenal, and this is absolutely amazing. Yeah, side, 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 side. No, Russian tank. Snapshot. Snap. No. Ay, 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 ay. Fellas, a tip for every single of you, don't play with minimap like this. Make minimap a bit bigger, and if your minimap is going to be bigger, you are not going to have situation like this gentleman just had, right? But once again, it's lower tier, he is a newer player, or maybe he is having problems with internet, or maybe he is having problems with reaction, but you know what? World of Tanks needs players like this as well. It's just the fact. Anyways, what do we have? We have 2.1 thousand damage, and you know what? I would still rate this battle as a solid banana out of 10, honestly. We are second by the damage, we are first by experience, and oh my bananas, E25 did 4000 damage. Holy effing F from the land of death. Good for him, he carried the game for sure, right? So, this is what we have, fellas, in our session today. I hope you enjoyed yourself and I hope you had an absolutely amazing time. And to be fair with you, fellas, it is always a pleasure to play with the tanks like T-34, M4 or Type 64. It is a big fat pleasure. So, thank you very much for watching and see you very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.